talk about defending if they end up going with Mac Jones at number 3.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, after looking at some of his tape, I feel like he does a real good job of throwing like a good yak ball.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you know, a lot of the weapons that the Niners have are sort of built for that.
Yeah.
So I think that would work out great. I remember, what was it, like the Rams game when, you know, Garoppolo had all those Jimmy Gimmies. And I remember you talking about that. And you were saying like, oh, why doesn't he do that for Mullins? You know, why doesn't Mullins get those? And then I forget which game it was, but Mullins got a lot of those Jimmy Gimmies. And I felt like with Mullins, he was throwing them just a little bit in the wrong spot, you know, just be a little bit behind the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of getting like 10 or 20 yards, the guy would get like 2 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a throw that it may seem really easy to make, but if you're just a little bit off, then the person's not going to get any yak at all. And I think Mac Jones is going to do a real good job of getting a lot of yak with that. So
that's a great point. I see a lot of like Niner bloggers scouting quarterbacks, and they're like, look at this amazing throw that he makes 50 yards down the field or this across the field. It's like, that's great, man. That's super great. But the 49ers offense is like 50% short throws. And if you can't do that stuff extremely well, then you're just going to hold back the offense, because that deep throw down the sideline will come once a game, if that. Right?
Yeah.
So Jimmy actually is very good on the short stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what this offense has been constructed to be, not just philosophically, but with the playmakers. So Mac Jones, if you watch the film, he's very good on all the screens, the slants, the RPOs, the quick stuff. He has a very quick release, and he places the ball where it needs to be. That's why he gets the Joe Montana comparison, even though he's not Joe.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. And then, good point. Keep going.
And then, one more thing real quick is that, you know, I keep seeing all the analysts talk about, oh, the NFL's changing and you got to have a mobile quarterback. You know, that's the future.
Say it.
It's funny because
what about that 43-year-old quarterback who just won the Super Bowl, right?
Well, yeah, I was looking it up, and if you look at the past 10 years, I mean, that's obviously as modern as it gets. In the past 10 years, I think it was only 2 mobile quarterbacks who won the Super Bowl.
That's right.
And it was
who were they? Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, and it's like both those guys, I mean,
are great quarterback.
Even if Mahomes broke his legs, he'd still be a top 5 quarterback. So
exactly. And that's the thing, like the mobility for a quarterback is not a substitute for pocket passing acumen. It's a bonus. It's a great bonus. But you can't, it's not a substitute. And if you have a quarterback, like if you feel like Justin Fields is not proficient as a quarterback, but he has all these other things that make up for it, they don't make up for it. They're supposed to be a bonus, not as I just said.
Yeah.
So good point, Rico.
Yeah, I thought of like an analogy that maybe you could relate to. Like it'd be like, you know, someone who's, you know, talking on TV or on YouTube. I mean, obviously, like, you know, the more attractive you are, the better that would be for a career like that. But at the end of the day, if you don't have the content, you know, all the good looks in the world isn't going to make up for it. So
you're going to lose your audience in about a day. So good point.